Stories and Threads. My name is Kate. Hello if you're new here. Welcome back if you're joining us again. Today we have my February unboxing. I, for some reason, thought I was still waiting on my Fairyloot box and it's been here for forever. So I am super eager to get into these and find out what we have. This is a special edition I pre-ordered from Bookish and Spice that we were waiting for, which has finally come. So I'm very eager to get to this one. Then we have our Romantasy for February and our Broken Binding fantasy stuff for February. So let's see what they are. Can't wait to see the editions and add them to my shelves. Let's start off with the special edition that I got in from Bookish and Spice. I think this one's going to look so good next to the others in this series. And I'm just eager to see what they've done with it. Again, love their packaging. And we have our badge. I had already seen, I think, a colour cover of this. And we do have some overlays as well. So we'll check out those in a minute. But let's have a look at Slaying the Shadow Prince by Helen Schurer. So this should match my Legends of Thesma special editions that I got through them. But let's take this shrink wrap off carefully and get into it and have a proper look. Shrink wrap really does make me nervous. There we go. Okay, a little bit less shine on it now. I am quite liking that cover. That is very pretty. And I do find with these, they're like a squarer look on these books, which I find really interesting. We do have a little card inside that tells you a little bit about the book. And we also have a very cool bookmark which says, "There are many things I don't do that I would gladly do for you." So that is quite cool. I'm loving the artwork as always. So let's have a look at the jacket cover. That is gorgeous. And then we do have an alternate jacket cover on the other side. Again, that artwork is gorgeous. I do really like that. The naked hardcover is absolutely stunning. Like, oh my god, they have hit it out of the park with this, I think. It says there are all kinds of darkness in the world. Oh, look at those end papers. This is a very nice edition. And then a bit of a sexier scene on the back. This is absolutely gorgeous. I'm so glad I pre-ordered this. We do have, it is fairly dark, but it is quite nice. And it is signed, I just saw it, by Helen as well. That is a digitally signed signature by her. And then we have a map. And then some artwork on the front of the chapter heading. And then with the black background, that's very cool. And it looks like that continues on. I think that's gonna look great on my shelves with the other ones. You can't see them, they're like literally above, right where the camera ends, unfortunately. Let's have a bit of a read what this one is about. In the realm on the brink of destruction, evil forces snatch innocence to suffer fates worse than death. Only a monster hunter and her monstrous enemy can stop them. Drew Emerson, noblewoman turned ranger, wants one vengeance. With her family slain by the vicious shadow wraiths, she's determined to defend her fallen kingdom, and that means carving out the hearts of every dark creature she can find. Talamir Starling, celebrated warrior of the realms, has a dangerous secret. He's a half-wraith, kin to the creatures wreaking devastation on the world. He'll do anything to keep his true nature under control, especially around the woman who's vowed to destroy him. When someone Drew cares about disappears, all signs point to Talmar's kind. But he's determined to prove he's no monster and to seek answers of his own. Begrudgingly, the pair must join forces to uncover the deadly truth. But in a world of chaos and carnage, where danger lurks at every turn, deadlier still is their attraction to one another. The one thing that might just spell the end of them both. Will Talmar win Drew's heart, or will she carve his out before the end? It sounds really good. And I think this has just had a new title brought out and been traditionally published as well. So I'm really liking it. On the back of this one it says, "We rise as one against the darkness." So that's very cool. It is a really pretty edition. I'm really happy with that. Our sprayed edges are, I don't even know, like just swirls, but they are really pretty and they will match really well with the other editions that I do have. I think that's going to look really great on my shelf. I have heard that the best place to read this one is in between book 1 and book 2. I think I'd have to check that. I haven't read any of them yet, so I don't have to worry about whether I've done it correctly. I'm not a big fan of overlays, like we know. I would much prefer, I think, just have any art in the book already. But let's have a look at these and see what we've got. I don't know how easy it will be to see them. Like, that's the same picture that was on the bookmark. That is gorgeous. And that looks like that has been signed by Helen as well. And then that same end paper artwork. So that's pretty. I may pop them back in their plastic so that they don't get ruined, and that will kind of live just with my book. Probably won't ever use them, but liking the bookmark and the book a lot. I am really eager to get to this one, hopefully someday soon. Okay, next up, let's have a look at the Fairyloot Romantasy. I am hoping this one's okay. The box did get a little bit squished in transit. This is a book that I am super eager to get to. I've been hearing great things from the people that have been reading it. But let's find our theme card. And the theme for this month was Demon Hunters. And let's check out our book. It is a little bit disappointing that you can see it straight away these days and they don't have like their cover. I'm loving the glimpse of the sprayed edge already. But we have Half City by Kate Golden. I am, like I said, really looking forward to getting to this one. Let's have a look. It's so pretty. Look at the jacket cover all together. And we do have the original jacket cover with a different colorway on the back as well. That's very pretty. This one has like a matte finish for the jacket. I'm not a huge fan of like that matte feel. I feel like kind of is a little rubbery over a shinier texture, but that's okay. Look at the naked hardcover, which is looking lovely. Like, that is insanely pretty. And our sprayed edges, that is gorgeous. And these ones wrap around, which is awesome. I love this dagger. That is so pretty. End papers are different on both sides. I love the little bit of sparkly foiling in that. There is our letter from the author, a longer one, and this one does look like it is signed by Kate Golden as well. Those dagger artwork, that is gorgeous. And then we do have a map, which is lovely. That's looking really pretty. I'm probably happy with that. Cover way design. I don't mind that cover. I did really like the original as well, so I could probably have that pretty happily on either side on my shelves. We'll keep it this way for now. Those sprayed edges are gonna look so good after I've read the book that way. Let's find out what this one is about. Welcome to Harker Academy for Deviant Defense. Keep your daggers sharp and your wits even sharper. Viv Abbott is an average 21-year-old girl. She lives in an expensive city where the rent is too high, works long hours at a thankless job, and is doing a guy she doesn't even like in the hopes of winning her prickly mother's approval. She also happens to be a demon hunter. Ever since her father's murder, she's been forced to hunt deviants alone, meaning everyone, including her family, sees her as an outsider, until the day she crosses paths with the dangerously alluring demon, Reed Graveheart. The reformed deviant tells her of a school for people just like her, Harker Academy for Deviant Defense. If she enrolls, she'll learn to hone her craft, work with other hunters, and never be alone again. But Viv has a deadly secret, one that not even her new friends at Harker can know about. Not if the school might hold the answers to untangling the mystery surrounding Viv's father's death. When strange occurrences begin to plague the students, Viv will have to figure out who she can trust, all while trying to ace her classes, avoid falling for a demon, and making it through her first year at Harker in one piece. How hard could that be? It does sound really good, and like I said, I have heard some great things about this one. I am very eager to get to this one, and yeah, really loving those sprayed edges. And last but not least, we have our next Broken Binding sub box for the fantasy subscription. So this should be, I don't remember. It's another Andrea Stewart book. Let's have a look and see. Again, loving the honeycomb. How did we get in it? We got a little playing card. That's the second one of these ones we've got now. So the Drowning Empire, January to March, Andrea Stewart. They're very cool. I quite like them. And we do have the bookmark that goes with this book. So the Bone Shard Emperor. And then on the back it says, gossip could topple an empire almost as surely as rebellion could. Interesting. I do love the way they wrap them. I just think it's so cool. And then the stickers that they have for all of them. It's just such a neat idea. Alrighty. Bit of a sneak peek. Let's have a look. See if I can get it out. Woo, without ruining it, Kate. There we go. So we have the Bone Shard Emperor by Andrea Stewart. So this is the second book, I think, in this series. Pretty sure this is only, yeah, because it's February. And our sprayed edges, they look gorgeous. And around, that's so pretty. Let's have a look at the jacket on its own. And these ones don't come with anything on this side, but our naked hardcover is looking gorgeous. Oh, it's fairly dark on the back. Have a look at that all out. Now, end papers. Wow. And the other side. That is insane. And then we do have the artwork from like the original covers on the inside. I think that's really cool. And our map. Let me grab the first book so we can see how they're going to look together on the shelf. It is just behind me. So the first one was a red over the blue. So that's our spines at the moment. And then the artwork. So this one's fairly different to what they did with like Magician, where it all swirled into each other. These do seem to be more individual standalone designs. They will end up going that way, I guess, when they're on my shelf. They are pretty. I just kind of wish that they matched better, I think. Like that the artwork flowed into each other, but maybe that has something to do with the story that I don't know, because I haven't read this one yet. But they are still gorgeous. I'll put that one away in a minute. But those are the 3 new books that we will be adding into our collection. Have you read these before? Which one's your favorite? Which one should I get to first? Like I said, I am eager to read Half City and the Legends of Thesma series. What hell, I'm eager to read them all at some point. What one should I start with first though? I'd love to know. Please leave your comments down below. If you'd like to, I do an unboxing or these kind of videos fairly often. So if you haven't already, please do think about hitting that subscribe button. Also the like button, it would really help me out. I would love to have you on board. There are nearly 500 of you now, which is so exciting. If I could hit that 500 mark, that would be just, it would be awesome. Thank you so much for all those who are tuning in and commenting. Please give a little dagger for Half City in the comments if you don't have anything to say, but just like to let me know that you were here. I hope your reading is going great. I have also linked down below my Goodreads, my Storygraph, and my Instagram if you'd like to come over and follow me on any of those. I really hope your reading is going great this month. I can't wait, like I said, to get to all of these. I think that it's going to be awesome. And I hope that wherever you are having a really wonderful day. And we'll see you next time. Bye.